Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, sit down. No, literally, sit all the way down and pour the biggest glass of wine you have because I have the update. And honestly, you might want to grab the whole bottle. My hands are still shaking a little bit, and I don't even know if it's from anger, relief, or just pure, unadulterated heartbreak. But the silence, the ghosting, it's over. The saga of Mike has finally come to a head, and let me tell you, the tea is scalding, but it tastes like absolute ashes in my mouth. Remember how I was spiraling? Like full-on checked into the mental asylum spiraling because he hadn't said a word to me after everything that happened. After the week we spent together, after the intimacy, the connection, the moments where I looked into his eyes and swore, girl, that he felt exactly what I was feeling. I was convinced he was dead in a ditch, or worse, that he had realized I was unlovable and decided to just vanish. Well, surprise, surprise, he's alive. I was at work, right? Just trying to survive a Tuesday, staring at my spreadsheets and pretending my soul wasn't slowly leaving my body from anxiety. My phone was face down on the desk because I had banned myself from checking it every 30 seconds. But then it buzzed. You know that specific vibration pattern? The one I set just for him years ago. My heart literally stopped. I'm not being dramatic, well, I am, but you know what I mean. My chest got tight and I felt sick. I flipped it over. Mike. Just seeing his name made me want to throw up and cry at the same time. And what did the message say? Did it say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I've been terrified of how much I love you"? Did it say, "I've been in a coma"? No, it was a meme. A stupid, insignificant nothing burger of a text. He messaged me like usual, like absolutely nothing had happened. Like he hadn't just taken my heart, put it in a blender, hit puree, and then ghosted me for days. He completely ignored the elephant in the room. He ignored the silence. He ignored us. I sat there in my cubicle, staring at the screen, and I swear I saw red. The audacity. The sheer, unmitigated gall of this man to just pop back into my life with casual banter after I've been losing sleep wondering if I ruined our entire friendship. And you're going to scream at me for this, I replied. Of course I replied. I'm pathetic. I couldn't help it. I needed to know where his head was at, and I didn't want to scare him off immediately by going full Fatal Attraction in the middle of a workday. So I played the game. I put on the mask. I replied normally. We talked a bit about nothing in particular, the weather, some work drama, just mindless fluff. It was agonizing. Every keystroke felt like a lie. I was typing, lol, while my face was stone cold. I knew I couldn't do this over text while my boss was hovering around, though. I needed to be in my sanctuary. I needed to be home in my sweatpants with no distractions so I could finally corner him. So I waited. I let the conversation lull, focused on not screaming at my computer screen, and counted down the minutes until 5 o'clock. The drive home was a blur. I was rehearsing speeches in my head. I was oscillating between I hate him and I just want him back. When I finally got into my apartment, I didn't even turn on the lights. I just sat on the couch, took a deep breath, and decided it was time to stop pretending. I opened our chat. My thumbs were hovering over the keyboard. I wanted to be direct but not accusatory. I wanted to give him an out but also hold him accountable. I typed, "Hey, honestly, I've been feeling really weird the last few days. It really felt like you were avoiding me after everything." Send. Then the torture of the 3 dots, the bubbling ellipsis of doom. He replied pretty fast, which almost made it worse. "Avoiding you? No, not at all. I've just been super busy playing games and lost track of time. Forgot to talk, I guess." Girl, did you hear that? Did you hear the sound of my jaw hitting the floor? Video games. He was busy playing games. We spend years being best friends. We cross the line. We have a week of passion and what I thought was romance. And then he goes silent because he was grinding levels in some stupid RPG. And he forgot to talk to me. You don't forget to talk to someone you just slept with unless that person means absolutely nothing to you. But wait, it gets better. He followed up with, "Also, I don't think the vibe is weird or different between us. Feels normal to me." Normal? He thinks it feels normal. I wanted to scream. How could he say that? How could he sit there and type that the vibe isn't different? I have seen him naked. We have shared a bed. We have whispered things to each other in the dark. How is that the same as when we were just buddies grabbing pizza? He was gaslighting me, intentionally or not. He was trying to rewrite reality to fit his comfort zone, completely invalidating the emotional hurricane I had been living in. At this point, the anger was fading and the cold, hard dread was setting in. I realized I couldn't dance around it anymore. I had to ask the question that would either save me or destroy me. I asked him point blank, "Okay, but what was that week to you? What did it mean?" Because to me, it felt like something more. This was it. I laid my cards on the table. I was vulnerable. I was basically begging him to validate me. His response came through, and it was like reading a eulogy for my own love life. He said, "It was just a couple of friends having fun, that's it, nothing more." And then the nail in the coffin, "I don't want anything romantic with you." It was like a physical blow to the chest. I literally gasped, "Just friends having fun. Is that what I am? Fun, a warm body, a way to pass the time." I thought back to all those moments over the years where he acted like he cared. The late-night talks, the way he protected me, the way he looked at me. I thought that week we spent together was the culmination of years of hidden tension. I thought he was finally waking up to what was right in front of him. But no. To him, I was just a convenient option. He scratched an itch. He got his rocks off with his best friend because it was safe, it was easy, and he knew I wouldn't say no. And the second it was over, he went back to his video games and forgot about me. He pretended. He pretended to be my friend, my best friend, for years, holding this space in my life, making me trust him implicitly. And the moment we crossed that line, he proved that he never viewed me as a partner. He viewed me as an accessory to his life. He wasn't confused. He wasn't sorting out his feelings. He wasn't scared of ruining the friendship because he loved me so much. He just didn't care, not in the way I needed him to. And you want to know the saddest part? The part that makes me want to shake myself. I accepted it. I texted him back and said, "Okay, I understand." Because the alternative is losing him completely. And I am so weak and I love him so much that I would rather have him as a friend who uses me and breaks my heart than not have him at all. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking he's trash. You're thinking I should block him. And you're right. He used our history to get me into bed, had his fun, and then demoted me back to buddy without a second thought. It feels gross. I feel used. I feel like that girl in the high school movie who gives it up to the jock thinking he'll take her to prom, only to find out he made a bet with his friends. Except there was no bet, just his indifference, which hurts worse. So yeah, that's the update. It's not the fairy tale ending I wanted. It's not the he realized he loves me rom-com climax. It's the gritty, realistic, depressing truth. He wasn't cheating on anyone. He wasn't having a mental breakdown. He just doesn't want me. We're still friends. We're going to go back to pretending. I'm going to go back to listening to him talk about his games and his life, and I'm going to smile and nod while my heart bleeds out internally. I told him I respect his decision, and I said I was glad he didn't disappear completely. And a part of me is glad. But another part of me feels like I just died. I'm sitting here, looking at our chat log, seeing the lol-s and the emojis returning, and it feels like looking at a crime scene that's been scrubbed clean with bleach. The evidence of what we did is gone, hidden behind his normal vibe. But I know what happened. And I know that for 1 week I thought I had everything I ever wanted, only to find out it was just a game to him, just like his stupid video games. So pour me another glass. Actually, just give me the bottle. I have to go back to work tomorrow and pretend my best friend didn't just shatter my world into a million pieces. I feel so stupid. I really thought I was special to him. How can someone fake it that well? Or was I just that blind? Don't answer that. Just drink with me. I need to mourn the relationship that never actually existed.